to our gym. We're very nice to have you here. I'm going to give you a little bit of an architectural tour of Meraki. We'll start here with the logo. The logo comes from Bauhaus, which is the movement from Germany for architect. It's modern day architect from Walter Gropius was the first person to do wood, steel, and glass. So the whole academy is based off of this, and that's why the logo happens to be round, square, triangular. So as we come on in, we have the barber shop. So we have a chair here. We have our own product line. And art for this section was based off of barbering, so it's all about the hair, but the faces are scrubbed out so that there's no identity. All right, so this is a welcome area. As we keep coming, we have the private room. This beam was stuck in the wall whenever we opened it, so there was nothing to do. We didn't know kind of what to do with this, so we had this idea of we'll just make it a see-through wall to kind of fit the one lone beam, right? So that's kind of why this happened, was an accident. It was just that one beam. This is the private room for everybody. When you first come to Meraki and you've never trained Jiu-Jitsu before, this is the first place you see, and it's with multiple of our instructors. You come in, this is where you learn to tie your belt, you put your gi on, you have a PowerPoint presentation from the beginning of Judo to modern day Jiu-Jitsu, right? So it goes through 1952 into modern day. So you learn how to back roll, front roll, hip scapes, and it's either a position from the closed guard or a choke from the mount, right? So then as you come through, we have the office, and we went with the tile to get a lot of texture and movement so that it's not just so mute, because the colors are very mute. Custom desk, everything in here is built from a friend or from a craftsman, which is kind of cool. So the front desk, the office desk, the chairs, the workbench. This is the retail area. It's pretty bland. We're not done yet. I still need to add some artwork and some plants and a big surfboard that my friend's gonna paint. And which brings us to this wall. Same thing. These two beams couldn't be moved, so it was kind of, didn't really know what to do, more or less, so I wanted to have it matching. But we, instead of just having vertical, we went with horizontal and vertical just to capture its own little art piece from the retail looking out into the mats. It kind of captures its own piece of art. Then as we come through, we come to the mat space. We're very fortunate that we have no beams, so that was a very lucky situation that we fell into. And we wanted to really kind of have a gallery setting because we had this white wall that was so large. So whenever we were building the academy, it was, okay, how can we maximize more of a, instead of having a Jiu-Jitsu academy, it's more of a gallery, and with the use of Jiu-Jitsu as an art form, more or less than competition kind of based is what we were going for, is Jiu-Jitsu for everyone. And try to be more creative and have a creative space than a academy that's just meant for competing and focusing on competition, where it's more, we're trying to focus on the arts, really, a little different. But we have some competitors, you know, a couple of the guys here, from kids to adults, we have it all, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. As we come down, again, we're very fortunate to have friends. This was a picture that I really liked from a really good photographer named Magnus, which is one of my favorite pieces in the academy. As we come, women's restroom, same thing. Every wall in the academy was perfectly balanced for the art and the plants. So, and it's kind of its own frame. Like everything has its picture frame, right? Kind of goes to the arts of everything. All the paintings that we have now here from Victor Reyes. He's one of the original graffiti artists of LA. So we put his artwork on the outside so that when you come in, you can see his artwork on the inside. And then next week we'll be changing the artwork to a guy by the name of Todd White, who's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's an artist. So we're trying to keep everybody that trains, builds cars, builds furniture. It's constantly trying to get the correlation to stay within the academy. So then when we come into the restroom, same thing. Each design of the tile changes direction with each shower. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and then the bathroom. And so the direction of this floor and the women's is going the opposite direction, so that it keeps a balance within the walls, from concrete to the divider. And some famous artists from Deffer, which is pretty cool. So try to keep the LA thing, because we're an LA brand, right? So everything we do is to keep it LA. So that's it. That's the academy pretty much. We'll come back out. The credit that needs to be done from this place is from my professor, Ramon Lemos. The whole philosophy and the training and curriculum came from what we were doing whenever we were living in Brazil. So I'm very fortunate to be one of his black belts and to be able to share his system with our students. So a lot of the gym wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Ramon. So I just want to give a lot of thanks for Meraki from Ramon.
The biggest, hardest thing that you're going to come across is to step foot in the gym for the first time. I think it's all in your head. I came on my own, but if you have somebody who does jiu-jitsu just to ease that sort of that scenario in, it's even better. But literally after the first session, you're just going to be like, why didn't I do this sooner?